Hello and welcome to Austin, Texas, one of our favorite stops on the tour. And today, Darrell K. Royal Stadium is packed and revved up, ready to make noise for the Texas Longhorns. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. We'll see a team that's had a chance to rest from a bye week, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Longhorns will kick this deep to get us going. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And he's got his man open downfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 10. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal.
Well, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game,
and he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
This is why this offense is one of the more dangerous offenses in the country. The quarterback and his legs. It's one thing to try to stop him throwing the football, but you better keep eyes on him because you can see not only can he get out into the open, he has got serious speed to take it to the house.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Powers through. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain. Longhorns will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the running back comes up a little bit short of the first down. Big decision here for this offense because they are down a touchdown here early in the game. They don't want to dig themselves too big of a potential hole.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Quick completion to the tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Touchdown, Longhorns. Strong game by this quarterback.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Finding some room at the 25. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Jones. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Or it's snapped to the back. And he's got it already past the first down marker. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
3rd down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
The Hurricanes are on the move here. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Quick throw, caught over the middle. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to sell out and bring the pressure.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. It's an out route. The catch made. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score tied 7-7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Back to throw. It's Lacey. Running back has it on a screen now. And they've got him.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
That completion sets up a third down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Gets rid of it on the move. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pitches to the back. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Longhorns will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. They'll run the option. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Toss play, running right. Got space, looking to score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and we reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Looking to scramble. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. They'll hand it off.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller. Allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Pressure is coming. Caught quickly. Good enough for first down yardage.
Man, I love these big receivers. This time he's able to use his big frame to almost box out the defender on that slant route. If you've got good timing, and this is hard to stop.
He's moving out of the pocket. He shreds the tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. the shotgun, drops back. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Handing off on the draw play. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Looking for the end zone, but not complete.
Anytime you're snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback the windows are tighter and they close much faster. He's got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker to give his receiver a chance.
All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown for the U.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And the point after is right down the middle. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaking free at the 35. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting close to the midfield.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Running game is working. Let's stick with it on first down. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Takes it inside the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Now, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Ball handed off. Oh, and he fumbles. And the defense jumps on the football.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field.
A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. The ball is picked off. He's got some open field ahead. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. The Longhorns with 1st and 10 here.
29 Philly.
Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They're going to run the option. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And the defense just able to stop him. Force out of bounds at the 3.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
This will likely be the last play of the half. The quarterback's got it on the option. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the kick is a squib kick, taken by one of the up men. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this away to begin the second half. Returner decides to fair catch this. Longhorns offense takes the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Catch made on the right side. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And they pick up the first on the ground. It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Now, a 4th down.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Here we go on 4th down. Enough for a first down at the 37.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well. especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Lacy. Receiver makes the catch. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down.
First down, Texas.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Texas. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
So they'll try to add the lead now to PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Say, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, the slant route is already a difficult pass to defend in man coverage, but especially against a receiver like that. Man, good luck. Big receiver, they can use their body to shield the defensive back from the ball if it's placed correctly by the quarterback.
He's going to take off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air under that throw.
Well, we always talk about receivers that if the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to bring it in. But it's hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you like that.
completion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The pickup is 6, makes it third down and 4.
6 of 6. It's third down.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. With sure hands, it's Jones. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They go with a direct snap. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he throws his third interception of the day. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. They talk strategy here.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
They'll try the right here. Runs through the defender. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Toss play to the outside. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
How aggressive is this play call? Backed up here on third down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And he'll field it inside the 40. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Outstanding field position to begin this drive. Play action here on first down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. That's a new set of downs, and it's first and goal for the offense.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas 28, Miami 14.
The Canes looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. And they finish it off here on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's four-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry. They
need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Stop right there at the line. No gain. A field goal here doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 on 4th down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete. That's a big stop with his defense on 4th down.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And they pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. To the air, it's Lacy. It's a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down, and they got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. 2nd down coming up.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just... here with the lead, but instead they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
The Longhorns looking to keep this drive moving. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Ready?
2nd down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, the spin move, and he's got some space here. Eventually taken down, but how about the spin move that earned him 1st down yardage?
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
The Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Looking for his back. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd down.
Got it.
Now this is the 8th play on this drive.
Jackrabbit.
They'll try the option play here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. but you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
On the set.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long.
Black 24. Black 24.
And the quarterback dropping back. Throws a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, 3rd down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing 4th down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
When you've already converted 4 for 4 on 4th down, why not go for it again? See if they can stay perfect. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching downfield. He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this 4th down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that 1st down.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The back's got it again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Got a lane. Can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns.
This is just a great job by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Seeing a weakness from the defense, taking advantage of a lack of numbers, using the design QB run, and putting 6 on the board.
Now the important point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Who makes the grab? They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his 2nd catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good.
And he's got it down there inside the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense really clicking here. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Short return tackle made at the 27. Crucial takeaway.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. But not out of bounds after another big game. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass here. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. And the route is on. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. With the game out of reach here, the offense will just take a knee, admit defeat, and think about how to improve for the next game. So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. And the quarterback just kneels down. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.